What's happening, guys, is the 10th of April. My recording stuff is off this week. For those of you who are watching, especially with the volatility in the market, you want to know, okay, what's going on with interest rates? I'm getting a lot of interesting calls about that. But what's happening here is Tori, my daughter, who works for me. Some of you get to have interacted with her. She had my third grandkid. So I've got two with one of my daughters and then another one with Tori. So now I got three in the world. And so she's recovering, has not been able to push some of the videos out. I've tried to work on this stuff. She showed me the instructions. I suck at this kind of thing. I just talk. That's my job. I talk for a living. So this is going to get worked out, get pushed out. So I appreciate the patience on that. But I wanted to push what's happening in the market right now because a lot of people are saying with the tariffs and with the stock market going down, we're going to see interest rates get better. So hold out. They want to know how long do they have to hold out. Want to know from me, when should we lock? I mean, guys, we should have already, because what I've been saying about the channels is still holding true. Let's take a look here and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Because the market is following price action, just like I said. What we have here, the block from back in 2008, this quantitative easing block that I have created and showed, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. Look at it. We have the market coming from here. It's continued to just climb. This is the market taking this beat, rockets up, but it gets rejected because this red candle, so it started here, gapped up open, but all it did was go right out. So it got rejected out of it. They tried, but it couldn't stand it. This particular block is too damn powerful. That is a value that the security cannot justify. So when the money went in, it went right back out. And look, it continued to flow out. 3 days of complete blood. In those 3 days of blood, look at what we lost. All this ground, but look where it landed. Went out of the block, pushed all the way down into this downward channel that I've had mapped out, then pushed again the next day to the bottom of the channel. Then it actually opened in a gap down, almost touched the channel down here. It came back into it, but stayed barely within that channel. And look, today we're in the channel still. Guys, the price action is what we're looking at. I know that there's a lot of other economic things going on here, but for some reason, this tends to stand true. So I think we continue to see higher interest rates. There is not anything that's showing that the markets are falling what all the talking heads said they do. If you look back in history, when money leaves the stock market, it goes back to bonds. But not when your bonds are peaked out in their value, it doesn't. So that's just one really small basic thought process. There's a lot more going on. There's a ton going on out there with respect to the bonds and what's happening, potential other bailouts and all kinds of stuff. So protect your capital. If you're doing things that we've been talking about, utilizing the infinite banking strategy with those whole life policies, keeping capital in there. If you're taking and putting it into hard assets, real estate, things like that, you're pretty solid. But if you're keeping cash and keeping it in the banks, I'd be really, really worried about that right now. So reach out to me, 602-291-3357. Let's talk a little bit more. But those who are telling you wait for the rates to go down, they don't know what they're talking about. There's so many people in this industry that have been in such a short window of time that don't know nothing. You need to walk away from the people who don't get it. Period. I don't care what they're offering you for a so-called rate. They were hedging that they could lock you at a lower rate, and they were quoting these lower rates, hedging that it's going to go there. Never went there. So it's really just a complete freaking lie. So I will talk to you guys on Friday, I think. I don't know. We'll figure this out. This is going to go out hopefully soon, and we'll get things going from there. Appreciate y'all.